Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. So, today I'm looking to connect with people who are not getting enough traffic to their website. If that's you, leave a comment down below and let me know how much traffic you're trying to get to your website and how soon you want it, and we'll see what we can do about it. So, there's one thing I think, after doing this for a few years publicly on YouTube and on Facebook and dealing with hundreds, if not thousands of people who need help with their website, there's one common theme that most of the people who come to me have, and that's what I want to address here in this video. The number one thing I think that is limiting the amount of traffic that most people get to your website. And if you're watching this video, odds are that includes you, so I want to show you what I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about is a blog. If your business doesn't have a blog, you are potentially missing out on thousands of free website visitors. This is what I mean. This past month alone, the past 28 days, I've gotten over 1,000 clicks to my blog. And these are clicks to my business that these are people who would have never known my business existed had I not had this blog. And I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about, why your business needs a blog. And I want to show this to you in black and white here in a matter of a couple seconds or a couple minutes how important this is. So the first thing I did was I did a search for local plumber on Google. Now I'm located here in Baltimore, Maryland, and I just typed local plumber into Google. And then what I did was I scrolled to about the 6th page and I clicked on a random website. That's what we have here, Barbary Plumbing Inc. Now I want to take a close look at this website and show you how this website could be getting more traffic, but also how your website could be getting more traffic. So the very next thing I did with this plumbing website on page 6 of results, the first thing you notice is this is in Pensacola, Florida. I'm in Baltimore, so that's terribly optimized for, this is not what I would want to find searching for a local plumber here in Baltimore, and I'll show you why that is. If we come here to Google and we type in site : before the website, this will show us every website, every web page that this site currently has indexed that can possibly show up in Google search results. So according to this, there's about 20 results. If we scroll through here, we can see there's 2 pages, 10 results on each page. So we have gallery, we have services, here they have a page about commercial plumbing and contact us, right? But 20 total results. Now, check this out. The same search, local plumber, on Google. This is a website that was on page 1. I think it was the first website on page 1. Anyways, Warrior Plumbing. Here we go. Baltimore's trusted plumbing company. Right there above the fold. I know I'm in the right spot. Baltimore plumber. This is what I'm looking for. Now, if we do that same site : search with this new website, Warrior Plumbing, check out the difference. 223 results. So which would you rather have for your business? 20 results showing up in Google, or 223 results showing up in Google? Now, since I'm here in Baltimore and this website was on the first page, that gives me a good clue that this website is highly optimized and what we want to replicate, again, with the 223 search results versus the 20 for this other website. And now I want to show you what this looks like real quick in just black and white terms. So here we have website 1, and they have about 20 additional pages attached to their website, right? Now I'm not going to draw all 20 of these, I'll just draw 4. But these are all linked to their website. Now website 2 over here has hundreds, over 200 of these additional pages that can all be found in search results. Now each one of these pages, if done correctly, is targeting a different keyword, right? So maybe this one is local Baltimore plumber. Maybe this one is plumber in the Inner Harbor. Maybe this one is toilet unclogging in Baltimore. This one is pipe fitting in Baltimore. You get the idea. So each one of these pages can bring website visitors. And since each one of these pages is linked to the home page, the very first thing that someone does when they find one of these pages in Google search results is they click the link and come here to the home page. So that's getting a little messy, but you get the idea of where I'm going with this. And if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments as I go. I'll do my best to answer all your questions. But what I want to do now is show you how to actually make this happen for your own website, how to get free traffic from Google, essentially. So most websites are set up like this, right? So if we have the web page here, we have the home page, and you know, the title is here, whatever the business is, usually, and there's a call to action button here. We'll put this CTA, right? And then most websites either have a hamburger menu at the top, or they have the little menu, the text menu at the top, right? So then usually this might be like about us, this first one here. Then this one might be a drop-down menu with, say, locations. So then each one of these is linking to another page for locations, right? And maybe this one is the menu for services. So again, this is how most websites get their 10 or 20 pages, like this website has here, showing up in search results. But now what we want to do is get 223 results showing up or more. And I want to show you how to do that quickly using a blog. So the way this works is we don't want anyone that's here on our homepage, right? Anyone that's ready to click this call to action button, we do not want them leaving this page and coming to our blog. So what we're going to do is put a link to the blog, very small, right at the bottom. That way, when people come to our homepage here, the call to action is the focus, right? Because we don't want anybody leaving this page. But what we want to do is get people coming to this page from Google search results. And like I said, the way we're going to do that is by creating a number of blog posts that they're going to find. But we're going to do that by targeting keywords that we are sure get searched a lot on Google. So if you want to follow along and you want to set this up for your business today, the first thing you want to do is click the link in the description down below. That is going to bring you to this page, howtorank.com/software, and there's two really important tools here that you're going to need to do what I'm going to show you. The first one is free. It says here, claim your free software. This is the software that you'll need to create a blog, as I'm going to show you, and that's the very next step we're going to do. So once you click this button, it will bring you to a page to create your free account. You need to do that. Obviously, you've created an account before. It's simple. Put in your name and email. You don't need a credit card. It's completely free for life, so you can use this blog for as long as you want to bring traffic. So once you've created your free account, this is what it looks like inside your GrooveFunnels account. Now, this is the button you want here, Groove Blog. So click on that. And if you are new to this software, this next page will be completely blank, but I've been using it for a while, so I already have some blogs in here. Like I said, this area will all be blank for you. You will click this button that says new blog. Now, so you're gonna name your blog. For example, if we were creating a plumbing website, let's call this Joe's Plumbing. So then the subdomain, now again, this is free, but if you want to use a custom domain, you know, you can buy a custom domain for $9 from Namecheap or GoDaddy, or if you already have a domain, whatever, you can use your own. But since we're doing the free version here, we will set a free subdomain. And all that means is you see here grooveblog.com, your subdomain is what appears before that. So if we put Joe's Plumbing, there you can see here, it's joesplumbing.grooveblog.com, and that is what we want. So if you wanted to put a keyword in here, you could do that as well. You could do like pipefitting.grooveblog.com, whatever your website is about. So we will go with Joe's Plumbing. Choose your language, English, done. Now what this is going to do is create a blog for you, the structure of the blog automatically. So then all we have to go in and do is tweak it, and it's only going to take a couple seconds. So I'll show you how I do this. This is the sample they give you here with the sample blog posts. Just so you can see what it looks like, what you're working with. So the first thing I like to do is click on this post button here and just delete these sample posts. We won't be using them. It's much easier to create them fresh, and I'm going to show you how to do that, as well as, like I said, how to find keywords using a tool so that we can guarantee that these pages get found in search results and get a lot of clicks. So that's what we're going to do. Start by deleting these posts. Now the next thing is the categories tab here. You'll click that. And you want to do the same thing and just delete these categories that are in here because they're not relevant to whatever we are doing. So, whoops, yes, delete. We will delete these. Now, you're going to click new category and you want to create a category. So if we're making a plumbing website, we might do plumbing services as one category, right? And then so here, your slug services. So remember, our website is joesplumbing.grooveblog.com. So then it'll be /services for this category. So here's where you'll put a description. Welcome to Joe's Plumbing Services. We fit pipes, unclog toilets, and you want to use a lot of keywords in here, as many as are relevant. But to keep this moving, I'll just leave a few in there. We fit pipes, unclog toilets, etc. There we go. So you can click this button if you want this category to show in the navigation at the top of your blog. So done. Now we'll create a few more here just to show you how this works. So we might do a category for pipe fitting. So there we go. We will set again the slug for this pipe fitting category. We fit pipes. That's really simple. You'll want to put a couple sentences of keyword rich information in here, but again, I'm just trying to keep this moving. So there we go. We have a category for plumbing services. For pipe fitting, we can create a new toilet for drain, unclogging, drains, we unclog drains, right? Again, you'll take a little bit more time with this, but I'm trying to rush through and show you how all this works. So there we go. We have 3 categories showing in the menu. So the next step you're going to want to do is click here on this themes button and customize your theme. So here you can see there's a blue button up here where this says buttons. You can easily change the color there. Now the button is red. It's that simple to change the colors, and you can do the same thing with everything else that you see here with links, with headings and footers and all that. I'm just going to leave it alone to save time, but that's how you will edit that. So go ahead and click save, and we'll go back. Now, so we've already deleted the post, we've deleted the categories and created our own. We have set the colors of the theme. Now the next button here is navigation. So if you remember on that home page, there was a few text links at the top as well as a button. We just changed the color of that button. That button says get started for free. So if we click here on edit, you'll see we can change that from get started to free to book an estimate, right? And then if we were Joe's Plumbing, we would put our website here, joesplumbing.com. There we go, and we'll update, and so now that button says book an estimate, and it links to our website. So you can do the same thing with software. You can link the About Us to the About Us page of your website. It's as simple as clicking on it, or if you don't want it to be About Us, you could change this to say services, right? And then you'll just put a link here to your services, joesplumbing.com/services. Right, you'll just paste the links in here. Super simple to set up the menu. So there we go. That is done. The same with the footer buttons. These all work the same way. It's literally just edit, and then it's 2 options, the text of the link and the actual link itself. Very self-explanatory. So now the last thing we need to do to set this up, and I hope you're following along because you can absolutely do this just as quickly, is the settings. So here under the gear, the first one is SEO. So I like to leave this alone, and what this does is blog post URL. So the slug, again, that's what's going to come after the slash of joesplumbing.grooveblog.com /. Then here, we have the categories. So here, if you leave it alone, it's going to insert the slug as your category. So joesplumbing.com /services. If we put it in the services category / the post titles, how we fix broken sinks, or whatever. So you can leave this alone, or you can set it if you want it to show up with like date or time information. You can put that in there. The next thing you're going to click on is domain. So we're going to leave this as published to the subdomain because we're using the free blog builder. If you have your own domain name that you want to use, all you do is import it and click this publish to the root domain, and then here where you see edit domains, you'll just add your domain in there. It's very simple. Logo, self-explanatory, delete the one that's in there and click this. You will click here to upload an image. I'm going to use one I already have. So that's your logo. Save that. Favicon, this is here, this little up here, it's this little icon in the top of the tab here. You can see here it's a pink G. So we can set that to our logo, and now my logo will appear up here on this blog. Social links, again, self-explanatory. So you're going to just paste your social links here in here. You'll paste your Facebook link, and then you come here to choose icon, And if you just start typing in Facebook, it will show you the different icons that you could choose from. So you click the one you want. Again, you have your Facebook link pasted in here. I don't have mine copied, but then you'll click save, and you'll do the same with the rest of these social links down here with your LinkedIn account, your Twitter, your Reddit, whatever social accounts you have. And the reason for that is what this is going to do by adjusting this in your settings is now every time you make a blog post, every single blog post is going to link to all of your social media accounts. So if your customers or people who find your blog post on Google come to this post and then they want to check and see if you're legit, or they want to follow you to get more updates, boom, now by filling this out at the beginning, all of this is linked in your blog. And what else this does is it gives Google context about your blog. So instead of just being a blog out there floating in cyberspace, right, like in a black hole, now suddenly this blog is linked to your Facebook, it's linked to your YouTube, it's linked to your Reddit account, all just because we took the time to set up these settings correctly in the beginning. And that's the importance of filling all this stuff in. So now the next section here is comments. All you do is paste your Facebook app ID if you want to allow Facebook comments on your blog. Trying to keep this boring stuff moving. Forms. This is going to be how people can join your newsletter. So we're setting up a blog, right? There's going to be a little place for people to put their email in, and this is just the heading. So we would change this to say, stay in touch with Joe's Plumbing, right? If we're continuing with our plumbing example, and then we would put down here, get special updates and discounts from Joe. We never spam, right? Personalize it however you want for your brand. That's what you're going to do. You can choose which type of form you want if you have already created forms in GrooveFunnels. If you don't, this will just be blank. I've created some forms down here for some of the various businesses that I work with. So the next thing is copyright information. Again, self-explanatory. 2022, Joe's Plumbing. Save. Very simple stuff. So we get here to ads. Now, this is how, once you've got some traffic to your blog, how you can start monetizing it, either for your own business or as an affiliate for other businesses. And all you do is paste the code in here. Like, for example, this blog builder I'm using right now, GrooveFunnels. It's free, but people can upgrade and get more features. And so if they upgrade using my link, then I get paid. I get a commission from that. So what I can do is paste the banner ad for my GrooveFunnels affiliate link in here, and now suddenly everyone that comes to this blog can click on that and I can earn money from it. But if we're going with the plumbing example, say you're Joe's Plumber, you can create a banner ad here that links directly to your website or to your services, and that's what you'll use this for. Tracking in pixels. This is getting a bit more advanced, but this is where you'll include codes in the head or body of your blog post. Now, the reason this is important is the very first thing you want to do is link your Google Analytics. And so this is how you'll do that. Google Analytics, Google Search Console, they give you a code to paste into the head of your website, and this is where you'll put it. Now, you can also use this code here in the head and in the body to integrate different widgets into your blog. Like if you wanted a chat widget, like someone comes to your blog and you want the little Facebook chat notification popping up so they can message you right away. This is where you'll paste it in this box here, following the instructions of whatever widget that you are using. Now, the final step here, Open Graph. This is what is going to appear when your blog gets shared on social media, or when it pops up in Google search results. Like if somebody searches a keyword and they're scrolling and your web page pops up, this is what's going to show. So we would set this to be something like Joe's Plumbing Blog Updates from Joe. Right, that's the title, and then we can set the type as a blog or an article. We'll set blog, description, get plumbing updates and special offers from Joe himself. Click here to see what Joe and his plumbers are up to. Right, and it's important to use your keyword here, in this case plumbing. I might even put Baltimore, something about Baltimore plumbing in here if that's what I'm doing. But you get the idea. This is what's going to show up when your blog gets shared or found. So again, the image, you'll set your image. I don't have plumbing stuff in here because I do digital marketing, so we'll just use this image as an example. Pretend this says something about book a plumber. So now that is all set. So we will save it. And now we're ready to start creating our first blog post. So you'll click this thing that says post here. You'll click new post. But before we go any further, I want to show you how to actually get traffic to your blog, right? To not spend time creating these posts that nobody's going to find, but how to guarantee that they get found, they get clicked on, and people actually come to your website. So to do that, we are going to be using a tool called Shine Ranker. Again, if you click the link down below, it's this button right here that says get the SEO tool here. There's another video that shows how I use it above it, but you could just click the button and grab the tool. It's called Shine Ranker. Now, we're under the keyword research tab here, and we're going to enter a topic to get keywords. So for an example, I will put Baltimore plumbing, Baltimore, and Baltimore plumber. Right, so then you hit enter, and what this tool is going to do is bring up keywords and show you exactly how much they get searched every single month. So here we go, all the difficulty is not filled in, so we'll just select all, check difficulty. But I want you to see the value in this tool and how imperative it is to use something like this if you want traffic coming to your website. So we can see here this top keyword, Baltimore plumbing, gets 1,300 searches a month. The difficulty is medium, but this is really important here. In title results, this is how many web pages currently showing up in Google search results have this keyword in the title. So you can see that over 1,000 other pages are targeting this keyword. So that means it's probably going to be pretty difficult. According to the difficulty here, it says medium. And if you check this out, the average cost per click, it's $33 per click. So if you were to run Google ads, you'd be paying $33.89 each and every time somebody clicked on your website. Now, here we have another one, plumbing, Baltimore, Maryland. If we notice the difference, even though this one says medium, and it only gets 480 searches a month, there's just about 10 other web pages targeting this keyword. So would you rather compete with 1,000 plus people or 10 plus people to bring traffic to your website? So if we come down, there's even easier ones here. Less than 10 targeting this one, cheap plumbers in Baltimore. It only gets searched 70 times per month, but hey, if it's easy, odds are you could probably get all 70 or at least the majority of these 70 clicks coming to your webpage about cheap plumbers in Baltimore. So let's say we want to target this one. We want to try and get some of these 480 searches per month coming to our website. It's as simple as copying this keyword, and before we come over here to the blog post, before we come in over here, I want to show you the content editor feature of this tool, because all we have to do is paste this keyword in here. It's already there, so we'll paste that in. We'll come to the content editor, and I'll show you exactly how we can use artificial intelligence to create content very quickly for this keyword. So we'll give it just a second to load up here, and I'm going to show you in a matter of minutes you can have a full blog post targeting this easy keyword that gets a lot of searches. So this is actually the second time I'm recording this video because I realized my microphone is off. So we'll delete the content that's in there so I can show you how this works. This will be completely empty like this when you come into this tool. Now what you're going to do is paste your keyword into this box here. Plumbing, Baltimore, Maryland. So you can see here that this is 0% optimized. Obviously it's empty content. So we're going to click generate, and you'll see in just a second we are going to have some content here about plumbing in Baltimore. And you can see that needle jump just a little bit. Now we are at 9% optimized. And you can see here the content that comes out. Plumbing, Baltimore, Maryland. Plumbing in Baltimore. See, sometimes you got to adjust it here, put the keyword a little bit, but there we go. Plumbing in Baltimore, Maryland is a trade that has been around for centuries. It has never been more important than it is now, with plumbing problems in the home becoming more prevalent. The world has changed a lot since the trade started, so today's plumbers have to be up to on the latest technologies and tools to be able to do their job right. But you can see here it's putting some keywords in there and it's creating some content. So the next thing we'll do is just tell it what content we want it to create next. So maybe how to unclog a sink drain. Right? That's something that plumbers do, something that people will be looking up, right? If your sink is clogged, odds are, and you don't know how to fix it, you're going to Google how to unclog my sink. And that's the perfect time to present an ad or your website for a plumber. So here we go. When you're trying to unclog a sink drain, use a plunger. Simply place the plunger over the drain and then push up and down quickly. If that doesn't work, try a chemical cleaning agent for clogged drains. These can be found in most hardware stores. Then you could put, or contact Joe's Plumbing at 410, whatever your phone number is. So that is how the content generator works, and you just simply need to come through here and include content that you think is relevant to what people are searching. And one of the best ways to do that is to come to Google search results and take a look at the websites that are already here. So remember I told you I searched local plumber. I found this website, Warrior Plumbing here. It's the first website that's ranking besides like Angie's List and Yelp, like the first actual business website. And you could take a look at what's coming up in these snippets here. 24/7 emergency plumbing services in Baltimore, Maryland. Solution to your plumbing problem, right? And then you come down here. Local licensed plumbers. Emergency services. Plumber offers reliable 24/7 emergency plumbing services, right? And they even bold some of these words here to make it really easy for you. So that gives you an idea of what you can do when you come back here to the content generator. Emergency plumbing in Baltimore, Maryland, right? Generate. So we'll just let the tool do the hard work for us. Now, obviously, this is going to give you some pretty generic cookie cutter content, but the idea is that you're going to use this to save time, and then you're going to come through and personalize this content. Like I said, or Contact Joe's Plumbing, right? You're going to add little bits and details that make it custom to your business or your offer. So there we go. We have a nice long paragraph about emergency plumbing in Baltimore, along with more keywords. Here we have upfront pricing, installation, sewer pipe installations, replacement, gas lines, all kinds of stuff about plumbing, right? And now this needle has jumped to 30. So we just need to simply repeat this process. If we come back and look at what's ranking on Google, hire local licensed plumbers. So look, we'll literally just copy that, come put it into the tool, and generate. And I'm not going to bother wasting the time in this tutorial, but dozens of times I have copied all of this content, literally just copied it and pasted it into a plagiarism checker. And I've stopped doing it because each and every time it comes back 0% plagiarized. This is all unique content. The way this works is the bot is basically doing the same thing I'm doing here manually. It's scraping the results for this keyword that we give it, that we put up here in this box, and then it's summarizing and rewording that data to create unique content for us. And as you can see here, we are already 36% optimized in what we've spent about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes making this blog post. So you'll just repeat this process as many times as you need to get this needle into the green. Now I'm not going to take it all the way into the green here to save you time, but I think you can see the process I'm using to do this, and I hope you can replicate this for yourself, because it really is this simple. So providing emergency service 24 hours a day. We could just copy that and add to it. So here we go. Plumbers providing emergency services 24 hours a day. Generate. Give it just a few more seconds here to see what it comes up with, and this should be a good enough chunk of content to get us started. There we go. We're already 50% optimized in about 5 minutes with 100% AI content. Like, really, you saw me, I typed 4 words in here, or Contact Joe's Plumbing. This is the only bit of typing that I did to create all of this. So now what we're going to do is, assuming you've gone and you've added more content, you can look at the words down here that it recommends and use these words in your content. And once you've got this up to 100%, then that's when you're ready to copy and paste it to your blog. So there's a few more things you want to do. So we can take our keyword here, plumbing, Baltimore, Maryland, a guide to hiring a fair plumber in Baltimore, right? Because just this keyword alone, plumbing, Baltimore, Maryland, is not really enough for a title. You want to give it a little more than that. So then you could just copy this, come here to style, and make it your H1. And you'll go through and optimize this. And then once you have this, again, like I said, with the needle in the green, all you want to do is copy this content and come over to your blog and paste it. It's literally that simple. So now again, we will put the title up here, plumbing, Baltimore, Maryland, a guide to hiring a fair plumber in Baltimore, right? And then, so now say we want to add an image to our blog post. It's as simple as clicking the plus, clicking image, And then here you can upload your own image, or you can choose one that you already have. Like I said, I don't have plumbing content, so just pretend this says hire a plumber instead of how to get traffic and make money. Another thing you can do is then highlight this image, click the link, and then put your website in here. So again, if this said plumbing, we would put joesplumbing.com. But since it's about digital marketing, I'll link to my website, howtorank.com. And now this image is a link. So when someone finds this website in search results, they search plumbing Baltimore, they found this blog, they come down, they see an image that says hire a plumber in Baltimore, they click it, and boom, now they're on the website where they can order plumbing services. So the next thing you might do is click here to book a plumber, right? And then the same thing, you'll copy that, you'll highlight it, you'll put your website in there. So now that is a hot link, and you can even make this bigger. We can make this bold, we can change the color and make this red so it stands out. Didn't update the color there, but should be updating the color, but for whatever reason it's not. So save the draft, and then once you've gone through, and again, like I said, I recommend personalizing this, make it sound a little bit more human. But once you've done that, you'll click settings, you'll come here. So again, you'll choose the image. And what this is the preview image. So when someone's on the home page of your blog, or if your blog gets shared on social media, this is the preview image that will come up. The next step, the slug is already created for you, again using your title, unless you change that in the settings. Categories, so remember we created categories a little bit ago in the video, so you'll select whatever categories are relevant for your post. Now excerpt, I'm skipping keywords, I'll come back to this in a second. Excerpt, if you leave this blank, it's just going to pull the first bit of text from your post here. But say you think maybe the way you have this sentence in the second paragraph worded is more clickable, it's more likely to get people to your blog. So you'll copy that and paste that in, and that is your excerpt. Now keywords, again, you want to use keywords, but you want to be very specific and precise to what it's about. So we will do plumber, Baltimore, Maryland. We might do Baltimore plumber, Baltimore plumbing services, plumber open now, Baltimore, that kind of thing, right? You want to include a bunch of relevant information, but you don't want to start putting like all kinds of crazy stuff in here, right? Like toilet clogging, pipe clean. You want to keep it super relevant to whatever the one keyword is that you're targeting here, and basically use different variations of that keyword. So we've got our excerpt, we've got our keywords, we've got our categories. Now, if you click down here, all of this information gets pulled down automatically. So metadata and Open Graph are very similar things. The difference is metadata is what Google is using to pull up previews. For example, if we come here and look at search results, this is metadata. This is the meta title, and this part here is the meta description on all of these. So that is exactly what you're editing here inside of these settings. Metadata, again, is for Google. Open Graph is for social media, but essentially the same thing. This is what's going to come up in the preview if your post gets shared on social media, right? The title that you set up here, wherever it is, the title of your blog is obviously going to be the title, but then this meta description is the description. So we'll set this as a blog post, and now we are good to go. We're done. I'm going to click publish. And so if we exit now, come here to, oops, I need to go back inside the blog. So now we can click this button that says visit blog, and check this out. This blog is already live. Remember I said it was going to be joesplumbing.grooveblog.com, and that's exactly what the URL is. So this is the home of our blog. If we had more posts, they'd be appearing here, but it's the first one. So check this out. Click on the post, and now look at this. We have our keywords in the URL. Not only joesplumbing.grooveblog.com, but then after post we have plumbing, Baltimore, Maryland, a guide to hiring a fair plumber. We have our keyword again in the title. We have our keyword again in the H1. And we scroll down, we have a clickable link here that again brings us to the site that makes us money. Now obviously I sell SEO and digital marketing and information, so that's why my website is howtorank.com. So if you want to check this out, this is a 7-day tutorial on how to do exactly what I'm showing you here, how to get free traffic to your website. But obviously, if we were doing this for real, this would link to a plumbing website. And the same with this text here. You click the text, it opens the website. I hope you are getting the idea of this and how this works. So just in a matter of the 10 or 15 minutes it took us to create this blog post, we have already now optimized a page of our website to potentially bring in 480 visitors per month to this one page. Again, why is that? Because there are less than 10 other pages showing up in Google search results targeting this keyword, that have this keyword in the title, right? And so all we need to do is repeat the process that you just saw for the rest of these keywords. Now, maybe these are starting to get down to low 2-digit monthly searches, right? 70, in my opinion, getting an extra 70 visitors to your website is worth spending 15 minutes to create a blog post for this keyword. And guess what? These 90 visitors, probably also worth creating a page for this keyword. But then all you need to do when you run out is come up here to more, and right, so you can get more generic: plumbing, plumber, unclog, drain, right? And then submit, and this tool will give you limitless keywords. So you can really use this to drive unlimited traffic to your website. Your only limit on this is how much content you create, how much time you have to create content, to play with these tools and do the stuff I'm showing you. But that's why I'm trying to cut out the learning curve. I'm trying to create these tutorials so I could just show you, click here, click here, click here, click this button, paste your link, and hopefully get the same results I've been getting, which is, you know, thousands of additional clicks to my website and hundreds of thousands of impressions for my business. So here you can see, by putting more generic keywords into this tool is still going. So far it's found 1,500 keywords and counting. It's finding more, and I'm going to show you real quick before we finish up this video how to sort this information and make the best of it. So I recommend letting the tool find all the keywords before you start messing with the data. It gets a little wonky if you don't, but now that it's done, what we could do is sort this data by monthly searches, so we can have the keywords that get the most monthly searches at the top. But you'll notice a problem here: hard. I don't like doing things that are hard if I don't have to. And it's hard because there's over 1,000 other web pages targeting this keyword, plumbers near me. But what we could do is show more entries. We'll show 50, scroll to the bottom here. These are all still hard, but that's no big deal. We will just click to the next page, and the next page, and the next page until we start finding some easy ones. There we go, we're getting the medium. We'll keep going, page 9, page 10, page 11, page 12, page 13, there we go. We see an easy one popping up. So some of these aren't filled in. Again, select all, check difficulty, and so now we can see some easy ones. And check this out: Reddit plumbing. This keyword, Reddit plumbing, gets 880 monthly searches, and if you were to run an ad for this keyword, you'd be paying $12 per click. So which would you rather do? Would you rather do the easy thing and run an ad and have to pay $12 and almost 50 cents each and every time someone clicks this keyword? Or you could do what I showed you and spend about 10 or 15 minutes creating a highly optimized blog post for this keyword and compete with less than 10 other people, right? Compete with less than 10 other pages for these 880 visitors. Let's say you only get half, right? There's less than 10, so you'll probably get most of these since nobody else is competing for this. But let's assume that you only got half. 440 visitors to your website each and every month for one keyword, that's a no-brainer, right? And then you're going to come through and just find the rest of these. Water leaking from bottom of toilet, boom. 880 people searching that. Every single month, 880 people have water leaking from the bottom of their toilet and they don't know how to fix it, so they go to Google. And each and every month, advertisers pay $12.37 per click for people searching this keyword. But there's less than 10 other web pages doing what I'm showing you here, targeting this organically, putting this keyword into the title of their blog post and into the content of their post and bringing traffic to their website. Again, like I said in this description here, the more in this visual illustration here, the more of these pages that you can create, the more chances you have of getting free organic traffic to your website, because each one of these targets a unique keyword, so each one of these is going to be getting different visitors. And again, if we look at the Shine Ranker tool, you can easily see how just one of these keywords can bring 880 visitors to a single page of your website. And then you can create another page that gets 880 visitors. and another one. And each and every one of those visitors is going to, you know, they're scrolling along on the internet, browsing, boom, they find your blog post. What's the next thing they do? They come here to your website, and then suddenly they're looking at the button that makes you money and able to click it. So I hope this helps. If it did, make sure you smash the thumbs up so that more people see the video, more people can get free traffic to their website. If you want to see more content like this, click the bright red subscribe button down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on Facebook, make sure to add me as a friend or give me a follow, whatever it is. If you want to get my content as soon as it comes out so you can be the first one to take action and get the free traffic like I'm showing you, then click the bell notification. Other than that, I hope this helps. I can't wait to see your website on the first page of Google, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next video.